Okay, see. So prepositions definition given, so you can understand this yourself, isn't it? It shows the relationship between that is a noun and another noun, or pronoun that is given here. So a preposition is a word placed before a noun or noun equivalent to show in what relation the person or thing denoted thereby stands to something else. So it shows the relationship between a noun and another noun, or a pronoun and another pronoun, or between a noun and another pronoun. Okay. See, so whatever all of you are that is familiar with prepositions at, in, on, generate, of, under, that is over, above, below, between, among, etc. So prepositions can be studied by dividing them into two parts. One is theoretical part, another is applied part. Isn't it? In theoretical part, you will know about the use of certain prepositions in pairs. It means two prepositions together. So then, I mean, you will know about the difference between two prepositions. So pairs, you will study the prepositions in pairs. Then you will know about certain differences. And after that, we have applied part. In applied part, you will find the list of prepositions. Prepositions followed by that is nouns followed by prepositions, verbs followed by prepositions, adjectives followed by prepositions. It means after certain nouns, certain verbs, certain adjectives, we use certain prepositions. We can't use whatever prepositions we like, isn't it? So here, let's study theoretical part first, isn't it? Let's study this. Okay. So here, see, at. At is used with places, a small place, in simple, isn't it? So at is used with small places. In is used with big place. All of you know this. At is used with a small place and in with big place, isn't it? So here, in is used with countries, large towns, and also before are. So here, first at. At is used, see, at is used with places, usually small towns and villages. It is also used before a definite point of time. Point of time. That is, point of time is 6 a.m., 5 o'clock. That is, so this is point of time. Point of time and definite part of space. Isn't it? And then another is, in is used with countries, large towns, and before a period of time. So here you have the example, he lives at Koteshwar. So Koteshwar is a small area, a small place. So that's why at. She always gets up at 6 a.m. At 6 a.m. Definite point of time, definite point of time. That's why at. I saw a dead rat at the end of the passage. So at the end of the passage, this is definite part of space. So that's why here at, isn't it? Then another, he lives in Viratnagar, that is a large town. So that's why in. She will come in 2 days. So this is 2 days period of time. That's why in, isn't it? Here large towns and then before period of time. Then another is, do that. Another is, we use at and in the following cases. See, you have to remember this. We say at night. We use at night. We use at midnight, at midday, at dawn, at dusk, at sunset, at sunrise. Before these, we don't use in, but we use in before this. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Never say at morning, never say at afternoon, never say at evening. We say at night, isn't it? In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So this we use. So examples not given, so you can write the examples yourself. That is, I saw him. I saw him at dusk. I saw him at dusk. He came to meet me at sunset. Then I met him in the morning. I met him in the morning. She died in the afternoon, like this. Clear? Another is in, into. See, we use in. In indicates the rest position inside something. Certain has boundary. There is boundary. Within the boundary, there is something. Then for that, we use in. But we use into in order to indicate motion towards inside from outside. If there is motion towards inside from outside, we use into. So in for rest position, into for motion. So see, uh, there are two books in my bag. There are two books in my bag, and I put one more into it. So there are two books in my bag. So bag has the boundary. Within the boundary, there are two books. So there are two books in my bag, and I put one more into it. So while putting another book into the bag, while putting, so there is motion from outside towards inside. So that's why we use I, and I put one more into it. Okay, into. Then another is by with. So by indicates agent of the action, agent of the action, and with indicates the material, instrument, or tool that we use in the action. For example, the table was broken by John. Isn't it? The table was broken by John. So who is the agent of that action? Who is the agent? John. So that's why the table was broken by John. And what instrument, what tool was used in that action? Hammer. So that's why with a hammer. So the table was broken by John with a hammer. John is agent, so that's why by, and hammer is material, that is instrument, that's why with. Likewise, he is writing with a black marker. So here black marker is also tool, so that's why here with. Another is in after. See, in is used with a period of future time, and after is used with a period of past time. So it means both are used with period of time, but in for future period of time, after for past period of time. Isn't it? For example, here he will reach there in 2 days. He will reach there in 2 days. Isn't it? So this is future tense. This is future tense. So here you can never write he will reach there after 2 days. It will be wrong. He will reach there after 2 days. You can't write. He will reach there in 2 days because this is future. Isn't it? When you can write after, if he reached, if you write reached, he reached there after 2 days. He reached there after 2 days. Isn't it? So with past period of time, we can write after. With future period of time, you can use in. So another example you can see, she came back after 2 days. Don't write she came back in 2 days. You can write she will come back. She will come back in 2 days. She will come back in 2 days. But she came back after 2 days. Another is in within. For in within, there is just difference in meaning. Difference in meaning. Isn't it? So that is in means at the end of a future period. Within means before the end of future period. For example, here I shall be here. I shall be here in 2 hours. I shall be here in 2 hours. When you say in 2 hours, it means the 2 hours will be over and I will be here. 2 hours will be over and I will be here. So I shall be here in 2 hours. It means at the end of 2 hours. If you say I shall be here within 2 hours, it means before the period of 2 hours comes to an end. I'll be here. Isn't it? Got the point? Here, 2 hours will be over. I'll be here and I'll be here. But I shall be here within 2 hours. It means I shall be here before the period of 2 hours comes to an end. Are you following? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Then another you have on upon. Again, just like in into. Isn't it? See here also. On indicates rest position and upon indicates motion. That is, if something is attached to something. Isn't it? If something is hanging somewhere. So for that, we use on. If we place something on the surface of another thing, for this we use on. But that is upon indicates motion. That is, for example, there are two books on the table. There are two books on the table. So on the table, that is lying on the table, two books. So we use on the table. But here, the tiger came upon the hunter. You can't write the tiger came on the hunter. No. We use on if something is attached, if something is lying on the surface of another thing, if something is hanging on the surface of another thing. isn't it? Then we use on, but we use upon for motion. So here the tiger came upon the hunter. It means the tiger attacked the hunter. The tiger sprang upon the hunter. It has also the same meaning. The tiger attacked the hunter. So here what we find? Motion, isn't it? But here not motion, no motion here, rest position. So that's why there are two books on the table. You can also say there is a picture on the wall. There is a picture on the wall. There is a ticket on the envelope, isn't it? You can say there is a shilling. Sorry, there is a fan on the ceiling. There is a fan on the ceiling, that you can see. Another is before within. See, before is used with point of time and within is used with period of time. This is the difference. Before with point of time, within with period of time. So here you can see the project will be over before next Monday, and another he will return from there within two months. So 2 months is the period of time, that's why within, and next Monday is the point of time, that's why before. You can't write the project will be over within next Monday. This is wrong. Before next Monday. And here you can't write he will return from there before 2 hours, before 2 months. You can't write he will return from there before 2 months. He will return from there within 2 months. Another is at about. See, at denotes a fixed moment, and about proximity. Proximity means nearness. Isn't it? In Nepali, what that is in Nepali, what we say jhande jhande. About lagbhag. About means almost. That is in Nepali, we say lagbhag. But at denotes fixed moment, fixed time. So here she left her office at 5 a.m. She left her office at 5 a.m. So here she left her office at 5 a.m. Okay. So she left her office at 5 a.m. So what do you have here? 5 a.m. That is fixed moment. That's why at. And another, it is about 8 o'clock. It means almost 8 o'clock. Not exactly 8 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock. And then here you have between among, all of you know this, between for two and among for more than two, between for two people, two things, two places, and for more than two, we use among. So here you have divide this cake between these two children, and here divide this cake among these four children. So here two between, more than two, among. Then another is beside, besides. See the difference. Beside means at the side of. Beside means at the side of, and besides means in addition to. Besides means in addition. Okay, and here that is we'll talk about except also. So just a minute. So let's see. So beside means at the side of. Besides means in addition to. So beside, see, come and sit beside me. Come and sit beside me. It means so beside means Cheuma, at the side of. Isn't it? And besides means in addition to. Besides means including. So here he bought a book besides a diary. It means he bought book and he also bought diary. This is the meaning. Clear? He bought a book besides a diary. It means he bought a book. He also bought a diary. Okay? So both, including, besides, including. Now, another word is except. Another word is except. So besides means including and except means excluding. For example, if you write, he bought a book except a diary. Isn't it? He bought a book except a diary. Let me write this. He bought a book except except a diary. He bought a book except a diary. What is the meaning? He bought a book besides a diary. It means he bought both. He bought a book except a diary. It means he bought a book. He didn't buy diary. Isn't it? So that is while talking about besides, you also need to understand except. So I have given the example, you can keep in mind. Another is since for. Say, since we use with point of time, we use for with period of time. So since is used only in perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. That is perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. But for is used in all other tenses except the present continuous. It means in present continuous tense, we don't use for, except present continuous tense. In all other tenses, we use for. But since we use since with point of time, we use for with period of time. So here you have, see, he has been working since 5 a.m. and he worked in the field for 2 hours. So for plus period of time in since plus point of time. Another is from and by. So from denotes a point of time and by also denotes a point of time. Clear? But we use by plus point of time in future. We use by plus point of time in future tense. Clear? But here from from also denotes a point of time and it is used with all the tenses. And when we use from, it is always followed by to, till, or until. Sometimes these are expressed. It means sometimes these are mentioned in the sentence. Sometimes these are hidden, understood. For example, he started his job from the age of 25. Isn't it? He has started his job from the age of 25. It means he is still doing. Isn't it? It means in this sentence, to, till, until, these are hidden. But here, he works from morning to evening. So from morning to evening, from followed by to. So morning point of time, evening point of time. Isn't it? He works from morning to evening. From the age of 25, also point of time. Another. She will have reached Nepalganj by 5 p.m. So by plus point of time and the tense is future tense. So we use by plus point of time in future tense. Okay. And another now, see, applied part. So this is theoretical part. So here you have a brief introduction to certain prepositions in pairs, isn't it? Because in prepositions, that is the, see, as far as rules are concerned, rules are also applied, but not in all places, isn't it? So that's why you must study this. So in applied part, I have told you, you will study certain nouns followed by prepositions, then verbs followed by prepositions, adjectives followed by prepositions, isn't it? So here, it means certain nouns take certain prepositions. You can't use whatever prepositions you like, isn't it? And for this, there is no rule. There is no rule, isn't it? So you have to remember this. So what you will be doing, that is you will read the list 2-3 times, isn't it? 2-3 times. If you read the list, if you read the examples, so this is the way you can have a good knowledge of applied part of prepositions. So yeah, and that is when you read applied part, and if you use this type of that is words in your technical writing, then that will be effective, isn't it? If there is not the correct use of preposition in your sentences, in technical writing, in the sentences, if you are unable to use appropriate prepositions, then the sentence doesn't look attractive, and even the sentence doesn't become interesting. Readers don't like that, isn't it? So that's why I have told you this. So here you have acquaintance with. Acquaintance always takes with preposition. I have no acquaintance with her. What is the meaning? I don't know her. I have no acquaintance with her. It means I don't know her. Then another is aptitude for. Aptitude for. Aptitude for means natural ability, isn't it? Does he have any aptitude for football? Isn't it? So natural ability. Aversion to. Aversion takes two preposition. Aversion to. It means strong dislike, a strong dislike. So he took an immediate aversion to his boss. It means he disliked his boss. He disliked his boss. This is the meaning. So I mean, so very interesting to know if you know that is about all these nouns followed by prepositions, verb followed by prepositions, adjective followed by prepositions, then the sentence becomes very strong, isn't it? So similarly, others given. So that is, I advise all of you to read all this, isn't it? Right? You read all this. Say now here you have adjectives followed by prepositions. Before this, we have the list of nouns followed by prepositions. I'll send all this, and then you have adjectives followed by prepositions. For example, accomplished in preposition. Accomplished is adjective. He is accomplished in music. He is accomplished in music. It means skilled in music. Then accustomed to means used to something. And he quickly became accustomed to the local food. It means he quickly became used to, obvious, used to the local food. Addicted to, you also know addicted to. He is addicted to alcohol. He is addicted to smoking. Isn't he? He is addicted to drinking, like this. Addicted to. Okay. So you will study this. Then you have verbs followed by preposition. Verbs followed by preposition. See, now for example, abide by something, isn't it? Now it means do according to something or act in accordance with something. You must abide by your promise. You must abide by your promise. It means you should not change your promise. Don't change your promise. You must abide by your promise. It means you should act in accordance with your promise. Abstain from something. It means stay away from something. Keep oneself away from something. Abstain from. Abstain from evil and do good. It means stay away from evil and do good. I mean, if you use this way, if you use these words in sentences and the prepositions like this, then obviously the sentence will be effective and your whole technical writing will be effective. Accord with, agree to. It will say his behavior does not accord with his principles. It means we don't find his behavior according to his principles. We don't find his behavior according to his principles. This is the meaning. So his behavior does not accord with his principles. Adhere to something, it means remain faithful to something. She adheres to her opinions. It means she is faithful to her opinions. She is very loyal to her opinions. This is the meaning. Is it clear? So this I will send, isn't it? This I will send to all of you. You have the exercise also. You have the exercise also here. Okay. So here, supply the correct prepositions in the blank spaces. Okay, try this, isn't it? So you will study the applied part at your home, isn't it? However, whatever knowledge you have concerning this, using that knowledge, you try this, isn't it? And in each, while making correction, I'll tell you the rule so that you can easily understand. First, you try this. Up to 10, you try. Yes, Meena Badikari.
Yes, sir.
Did you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pukar, Pukar,
Yes, sir.
any confusion?
No confusion, sir.
Okay. Vijay Shrestha, clear? Everything clear? But see, the applied part you have to study. At your home, you will study applied part. Okay, do.
सरको लाइन गयो
रियल अनिल भट्टराई हो कि को हो त्यहाँ
सरको बत्ती गएको
हो राजा हो सर आउनुहुन्छ